Hey, SEGways.
I have no idea why I'm doing this. None. Recently, I've had a handful of you ask me over and over again to cover more Mackie and Amanda videos. And you sadists know exactly who you are. Well, nearly 7 months after my last Mackie and Amanda video, I'm gonna put myself through the very real psychological torture of not just sitting through one of their videos, not 2 or even 3, but 7. 7 mind-numbing videos adding up to a total running time of just under 6 hours. What am I doing with my life? Why am I putting myself through this? I was told about a series of videos off Mackie and Amanda that they made a couple of years back, where Mackie claims her house is haunted. Sound familiar? Anyway, the ladies milked this stupid, lazy storyline for all they possibly could, and expanded to 7 videos. And there could well be more than 7, but my god, 7 is as many as I'm going to be covering. And just for full context here, people, in the past when I've reacted and debunked Mackie and Amanda, I did so on just one of their videos. And even that brought me to the brink of insanity. So I am genuinely worried I'll never be the same person again by the end of making this crap. But before we get started in the video, since this is something a bit different, let's call it Side-Eye Guy's Halloween Special. Because this is probably going to be the most horrifying experience of my life. And as part of this spooky season special, I've released some limited edition merchandise. And it seemed appropriate to include the Grim Reaper in this merchandise since Mackie and Amanda is where the whole Grim Reaper thing started. Anyway, the link to my shop will be in the description. These items will not be on my shop after the Halloween period ends. So if you want to treat yourself and support the channel, go grab yourself some Side-Eye Guy Grim Reaper Happy Halloween merchandise. Ta very much. So anyway, I suppose I put this off for as long as I can. Let's just get through this and God help me. Define fun. So this is the first video of this cringy saga, but it is only 16 minutes long, and the second half of this video is the ladies going to get themselves a tattoo. So I'm obviously going to skip all of that stuff, because I couldn't possibly find a way of caring any less about any of that. But I will say the whole tattoo thing is a bit odd, because around the time that they film these videos, the two ladies say that they've only known each other for a little over a year, and they're already getting matching tattoos. My brain is already frying. But anyway, the first video is mercifully short. I've talked in the past about how lazy it is when YouTubing ghost hunters just so happen to acquire or live in a haunted property. Paying to investigate at an alleged haunted location can get expensive, so a very lazy way of cutting costs is just to say that your own house is haunted, and you can literally film from the comfort of your own home. Mackie and Amanda clearly cottoned onto this, and they squeezed every single drop out of this bullshit that they possibly could.
I don't even know how to start this, but from the very first time we've known each other, we've been friends for over a year now. Happy anniversary.
I know.
I have said what's behind this door, and it's the courtyard.
Yes.
And it was just like, oh, it's the courtyard. I'm getting the wrong feeling. Whatever.
For those of you who are lucky enough not to know this, Amanda is a self-proclaimed psychic medium. I mean, it is easy to miss these subtle details, because it's not like Amanda likes to talk about her gift all that much.
In case you don't know, the other side of this wall is the garage, a really creepy corner in my garage.
A man passed away.
Yes.
Where a man unalived himself.
He did.
Allegedly.
Every time you're here, you always see someone out in this courtyard. Remember the lights
swinging
on and off, and just weird stuff is always in this courtyard.
Weird stuff like outdoor hanging lights that are swinging in the wind. Yeah, doesn't get much weirder than that.
Today was the first time that I stepped outside into the courtyard in the daylight.
Yes.
And I was out here, and sometimes when I communicate with spirits, it's like I can see them like I'm seeing you, and I can talk to them like I'm talking to you.
Lies, lies, and more lies, and lies on top of lies.
I stepped outside, somebody, I don't even know who, showed me an image of a box buried out here.
Spoiler alert, they don't find a box. And this is a very important detail to remember. They do not find a box that Amanda claims a spirit showed her in an image.
Well, thank you for wasting everyone's time.
Oh my god.
Which I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's the whole, your mind just wanders.
Amanda's mind wanders often.
So we go over here. This is where Amanda says she's seen it. I'm getting a weird feeling.
And it's brick, so that's...
It's brick. And so we walked over here. I've never even looked over here. I've lived here my entire life. I've never looked over here because why would I? Well,
It goes down.
Yeah? And?
there's a gap. It goes down underneath the bricks.
So-
We're like, that's weird.
Yeah, we're like, that's a little funky.
I feel so funky.
You can get under the brick. Somebody laid this brick over something.
Oh my god.
Look at her butt.
So like that
Amanda.
just made me think even more like what I'm feeling is right.
In my opinion, this space is built for a barbecue, or as I believe you Americans call it, a grill. If we look at the back garden, we can see that there isn't a great deal of space to put a barbecue, but on the elevated flat brickwork, it would fit perfectly. As for that hole or space between the ground and the brickwork, I have two possible explanations. The most obvious being the two ladies dug it up and maybe pushed something down there for them to dig up and find later, or if I was to be more kind to Mackie and Amanda, because you know, this is still early in the video, they showed that Mackie has a dog in the house.
We got a puppy named Kaya.
And you know, dogs like to dig in dirt.
Well, duh.
I hate my life.
So we see this, and right away both of us are like, we need to know what's underneath here. We need to dig it up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Next week we'll dig it up and see what's in there.
Do you hear the gobbledygook that comes out of your mouth?
Mackie, what if there's like a body in here?
I would die.
You know what I mean? Like this is literally body size.
Your brain isn't even connected to your mouth, is it?
What's in there, Amanda?
I don't know. What if I just laid on top of a grave?
I don't know.
If it was a grave, wouldn't Amanda know this with her psychic powers? Because she's the kind of psychic medium that just sees dead people all over the place.
So my parents bought this house in a non-traditional way. They basically came to the owner and was like, he was selling it himself. He's not a realtor or anything. And they came to him, they're like, we'll take over your payments. And he was fine with that. So they took over his payments for the first 3 years.
What?
And their name wasn't even on the house, just in cash. None of it was contracts or anything. No home inspections, nothing. They just took it over.
I'm starting to understand now where Mackie gets her clueless energy from. Okay, that's enough of this dumb shit. They do eventually dig up underneath the brick, but that's not for a couple more videos from now. So let's just move on to the next video, and this is the first of a 3-parter, and I'm already feeling my life force fading away from me.
Your parents are the ones who bought this house. They've lived here for over 32 years?
Yep,
I'm a good listener.
years.
Why do I do this to myself?
I don't know.
This next one is just a 30-minute video, but I can already feel that I am really trying to keep my shit together and think of my happy place to power on through. The problem is, Mackie and Amanda end up beating my happy place down into the ground. Yeah, must be a real terrifying ghost for your parents to stay in this house for 32 years. This is just a pet peeve of mine, and I'm probably being pretty petty right now bringing this up, but hey, what can I say? I'm a petty guy. When the ladies are editing in this text to be all dramatic, they use a feature which enlarges the text on the screen. And they do this so much so that the text has to be put on a different line. They did the same thing in the last video, and it just looks really, really bad. But I suppose it does answer one question for me. Mackie and Amanda must do their own editing, or at least they did their own editing back when they were uploading these videos a couple of years ago, because there is no way you'd pay someone for them to do a job as bad as this.
The first owner,
Unalived himself.
he did in the garage.
If I'm gonna generously assume that this is all true because I trust absolutely nothing that comes out of these ladies' mouths, what exactly does the previous homeowner's unfortunate end have to do with any of that brickwork in the back garden? You know, the potential grave. If the guy was found hanging in his garage, does anyone actually think he was also buried in the back garden? Because that is such a monumental level of stupid that I can't even comprehend anyone really believing. And of course, if it isn't the homeowner, then what would possibly be in that back garden? Who would have put it there? Why would it be there? How does this make any fucking sense?
To kick off the next 3 videos of the series about my haunted house,
Oh, I know of a franchise right up your alley.
we decided we need to give you guys the full backstory of what happened in my house.
Oh, okay.
If Mackie ends up bringing out her family photo album, I'm going to go the same way as the previous homeowner.
And basically the stuff I experienced my entire life here that led up to the point of me and Amanda meeting and now digging up my yard.
This is literally like the root cause. Like everything that's happened for the last year in your life and in my life started because of this
house.
I hate your house. Don't think for one moment Mackie and Amanda wouldn't stoop so low to make up a story like this. We're talking about the same two YouTubers who made up a story that a lady who actually did unalive herself by jumping off a Disneyland parking lot. Yeah, that actually happened. But Mackie and Amanda tried to make out that in fact she was pushed off and murdered by her boyfriend. And all of this, of course, was literally plucked out of thin air by Amanda's imagination. I mean, abilities.
So my parents are the second owners of this house. The first owner, unfortunately,
unalived himself.
he did in the garage. So what had happened was he was very old and he was sick. He felt like his kids were distancing themselves from him. They had their own families. So he just wasn't in a good place. So he went into the garage, started his car, and never came out.
Okay, this is where things get a bit complicated. As much as I really do believe that Mackie would actually mistake a white floating shopping bag as a ghost, when it comes to paranormal residential cases, I have to be a bit careful. Boo Productions Paranormal has done many residential cases, and he helps those who believe that their house is haunted by a ghost. And many of these people are really distraught about this. In this video right here, Boo Productions does a really fantastic job in explaining the do's and don'ts of handling a delicate situation of a homeowner living in fear that they are sharing their house with a ghost. In my opinion, the vast majority of times that this is a problem, there is a rational explanation for these alleged hauntings. However, when people really do believe in this stuff, it needs to be handled with care, which is something that Boo Productions does very well. So I don't want to take the piss out of everyone who has suffered trauma when they believe they've lived with a ghost. But if you could allow me just one exception with Mackie, because anyone who hangs off every word Amanda says like Mackie does, and uses no common sense or critical thinking whatsoever, really can't be taken seriously at all.
So this has always been my bedroom. And I hated it in here. Absolutely despised having to go to sleep and turn the lights off, because whenever I'd sleep, I just felt like something was in the corner watching me, and I'd turn and see someone standing in the corner and getting closer and closer, and it was just an awful feeling.
Make it stop!
Like it felt so heavy.
Did you say just getting closer and closer?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for now.
Please keep your mouth shut.
There's just always been so many people in here.
All throughout this segment of the video, the ladies hear knocks and creaks, and sometimes the camera picks it up and other times not. I haven't included them because I couldn't really give a shit. But something that I do have to point out is that at this point in the video, we have no idea if anyone else is even in the house, since this is Mackie's parents' house. And I think her brother still lives in this house as well. So there's potentially at least another 3 people that could be wandering around in this house.
Play the Ouija board in here on the floor for hours. We never read the rules.
There are no rules.
So we didn't know you had to say goodbye. So we never said goodbye. We'd take off our hands during the middle of the session, just every single time. And we'd talk to someone every time, the same person.
I was gonna ask, did you guys, like, you know, sometimes, I've never done a Ouija board personally.
Yeah.
I haven't needed to. I talked to them directly.
Bullshit.
Could you feel them moving the...
Yes. And it'd say the same thing every time. At the time we were in 6th grade, and we'd ask, like, oh, how'd you die? And it'd say World War II. And we'd say, when did you die? And it'd give the year. And later we'd look it up and it'd match up. And at that time we didn't know when.
Yeah.
All of this was believable till Mackie says that she actually did some research and opened a book.
So we thought it was, like, completely legit.
Like, yeah, you were talking to a soldier from World War II.
So stupid.
My mom ended up just taking the board and throwing it in the trash can, and that was that.
Well done.
But after
aren't you supposed to burn them?
everything you're not supposed to do is what we did.
You're supposed to burn a Ouija board after using it? That's the first I've heard of that one. I mean, I guess they can vary in price, but still, it must get expensive having to buy them over and over again every time you want to have a chinwag with a ghost.
Which one of you idiots wrote this script?
Somehow, I'm more annoyed that they let the text do that thing where it drops a line again than the actual stupid shit that they've typed on screen.
There's always been spirits in my house. There'll always be spirits in my house.
Best not take that comment out of context, or this video becomes far more tragic.
I also found out that my house is built on Native American burial grounds. Native American land, our entire neighborhood is.
If I got slapped in the face every time a ghost hunter brought up a Native American burial site, I'd be beaten black and blue by now.
Mine started from before I was able to speak.
Yeah.
Like I've talked about my story, I would draw them.
Of course, Amanda can't go this long without talking about herself, because you know, it's Amanda. But seriously, who can possibly have any kind of memories from before they could speak? You learn to speak at around about the age of 2 or 3. So are we really expected to believe that Amanda has memories from being a newborn till about the age of 3? No adult has memories of their lives from this young age. Amanda just can't stop talking shit.
The house that I grew up in had a demonic entity attached to it.
Oh, come on!
My brain hates my ears for making it listen to this bullshit.
If you've seen The Conjuring or like Poltergeists, those kind of movies, I lived in a very similar situation to those people.
You mean it was fictitious?
When TikTok came out and I kind of felt like maybe there's other people out there like me.
Well, yeah, TikTok is full of bullshitters.
And like another thing is, like, this man did take his own life. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people take their own life because they're angry or hateful.
Yeah.
Like,
This whole video is just them sat on the bed talking bollocks. And I've watched about as much of this bullshit as I could possibly stomach. On to the next dumb video, and surely this one can't be as annoying as the last.
sounds insane anyways, whether or not you believe it. This guy used to be a person and he made a deal with the devil.
Oh, fuck right off with this steaming pile of horseshit. I'm not kidding. This is the first line that comes in the video. It's like a little snippet of what's to come later in the video. So unfortunately, we're going to be circling back to this utter nonsense a little later, because I've definitely got more to say about this utter bollocks.
And his problem is, from the first day he met me, I know how to get rid of him.
That's the Amanda we've all come to know and roll our eyes at. As usual, she's making up more stories where she puts herself as the main protagonist. She is quite possibly the most attention-starved ghost hunter out there, and I watch Zach Bagans.
Calm down.
So, video number 3 of this bullshit marathon is number 2 of this 3-parter. This one is an hour long and I can feel the walls around my mind cracking.
Can you please make it stop while we do our intro? It's just like a little bit rude. Like, you can start in a second.
Why is Amanda shocked and surprised by a REM pod going off? The whole reason a REM pod is supposed to go off is because a ghost is interacting or touching it. And Amanda is supposed to see spirits wandering around like regular people. So surely she should be able to see a ghost or a spirit interacting and playing around with this REM pod. She is so transparently full of shite.
Spirits, they know so much more than we do.
Yeah.
I've come across carrot sticks that know more than these two.
They weren't just like observing me, but they were checking me out.
Someone thinks very highly of themselves. Anyway, honestly, I have heard more than enough of these two talking shite. Let's skip ahead to see them actually investigating.
Set a ball on the ground. It rolls directly into that corner. Okay.
Nothing says evidence of the paranormal like slightly slanted flooring. But what makes this even dumber is we can clearly see Mackie push the fucking ball in the direction it rolls. I mean, look at it. That's her pushing the ball. I swear to God, if I blew into Mackie and Amanda's ear, they thank me for the free refill.
Do you not want us to do this?
No, I really don't want to do any of this. At this stage, I'm ready to rage quit the internet. Up next, they roll different coloured stone balls along the floor, and somehow, for some reason, there are people out there that find this entertaining. I feel like I've reached the bottom of YouTube. This ball rolling shit goes on for ages as well, and I have no idea what it's even supposed to mean. I think they're trying to say that there is a ghost in the corner of that room, and for some reason the balls are rolling towards it as some kind of energy pull from the ghost. I mean, I really don't know. It's all just so fucking stupid.
He's never wanted to talk. He wants to talk.
I'm on the edge of my seat. So glad these sound effects are in the video to remind me when I'm supposed to give a shit.
This is sounding so insane.
Yes.
And I know that a lot of what I do sounds insane anyways, whether or not you believe it. This guy used to be a person and he made a deal with the devil.
What do you mean?
Thanks again, boom sound effect.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, he made a deal with the devil. That's really creepy. I mean, what are the odds of some random guy who allegedly unalived himself in some regular ass suburban house just so happened to be the type to make a deal with the devil? And then, decades later, someone like Amanda just so happens to pop along to uncover all of this. In true bullshit psychic medium fashion, we only have Amanda's word that any of this is true. And of course, someone like Amanda wouldn't let a little thing like attention or making money influence her in any kind of way to exaggerate or make up these dramatic bullshit claims.
Like, this man was murdered.
He was murdered.
Yeah.
If, and it is such a big if, a man unalived himself on this property before Mackie's parents moved in was true, then Amanda making up bullshit that this guy was making deals with the devil and he was in fact murdered rather than he unalived himself is pretty fucked up. Bear in mind, we've already been told that this man has 2 kids who could well still be alive, and who knows, maybe have watched Mackie and Amanda's video. But, as I explained before, this is what Amanda does. She makes up the most dramatic story that she could possibly think of to sell her videos. The problem is, her imagination is pretty limited, because she makes up the same old bullshit stories over and over again. It's always someone who we thought unalived themselves but in fact was murdered. Or she ends up speaking to someone that's the Grim Reaper, but isn't really the Grim Reaper, but just looks like the Grim Reaper. Yes, I know, I'm shameless. Buy my merch.
Like, I think part of what he's telling me is true, but I don't know how much of it's true.
I think none of this is true, but I don't think it's the make-believe ghost bullshitting anyone. Is it, Amanda?
Do you see him?
Not anymore. I watched him come in.
What do you look like?
Grim Reaper!
Buy my merch! This merch joke is about the only thing getting me through the video, so just let me have it, guys. Buy my merch!
Is he still talking to you?
Yeah, he's a total liar.
What is he saying?
He's talking about his family, his kids. I think he's trying to make me feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I mean, can't the ghost hear you calling it a liar? You're saying these words out loud, Amanda. Why would the ghost keep talking to you if you're just gonna call it a liar over and over again right to its face?
I mean, I can listen to, pardon my French, I could listen to his bullshit all day.
I've been listening to your bullshit all day.
Alright, you need to leave. We've told you
You
several
need to get out.
now. You're not welcome here.
You leave from the same door you came in. You don't go into the house. You need to get the fuck out of this room.
Ooh, you're hard showing off. Because
Yeah, he left, like, reluctantly.
Do you notice it started to get hot?
Yeah, it did. He got hot. He's mad.
Do you actually believe the crap that comes out of your mouth?
That's the problem. From the first day, like, I met him, I knew what his intentions were. And his problem is, from the first day he met me, I knew how to get rid of him.
How many spotlights does Amanda need before she'll stop this facade?
Alright, well, We're gonna eat some dinner if you want to come out to the kitchen with us, and
We'll all be out there.
we'll keep you safe.
Oh yeah, there's also a child spirit in this house, and for some reason, even though there's only one known death that has allegedly happened on this property, and that was off an elderly man, that has apparently aligned himself with the devil now according to Amanda, so I have no idea where this ghost of a kid came from, other than of course, straight out of Amanda's ass.
The ping pong doesn't roll?
I guess not. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Towards you though?
Why did it just come towards me?
Cause that's the direction you kicked the ping pong ball. The stone balls move faster cause they are heavier. This is basic physics and motion here, guys. And I think you have pushed or kicked pretty much every single one of those balls anyway. Serious question, is education a crime to fake ghost hunters?
Brandon just gave Quiet all the dogs. He brought him a puppy pet.
Oh, for all of them?
I have no idea what anyone is saying here. I just thought it was interesting that it seemed the whole time Mackie and Amanda were farting about in Mackie's bedroom and hearing noises and shit, that Mackie's parents were in the house probably the whole time. This is so dumb. And I am so dumb for watching it. Anyway, finally we get out of Mackie's bedroom for some change of scenery.
Mackie!
Why is it doing this?
Even while they're still ghost hunting, we can still hear who I assume is Mackie's mum in the background. They couldn't even do this video on a night where the parents were out of town.
I feel much lighter than I used to.
Amanda just had a big poo.
But I think that something's in the room with us.
Has Amanda ever entered a room where she didn't think there was a ghost or something evil? Unsurprisingly, I'm skipping a bunch of this shite. Mackie's mum enters the chat and she believes all of Amanda's nonsense. But I still got so much of this crap to get through and I am far too close to admitting myself into a padded cell. Next up, we see Amanda playing her dirty tricks again, and it really pisses me off when she does this.
I honestly don't know if that's a malfunction or not. Yeah, Amanda.
It's not broken.
What?
It's not broken.
It's not?
No, it's...
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm 100% serious. He just came up behind you like...
I heard like 5 seconds.
Yep, Amanda brought up an old friend of Mackie's who died, and Amanda claims that this person's spirit is for some reason messing around with their REM pod. Apparently this poor guy who passed away is more interested in being in a Mackie and Amanda video than, I don't know, hanging out with his own family. The shamelessness for Amanda to do this to her own friend in her own house blows my mind.
If it was you that I saw, can you make a tap or a knock or noise?
No taps or noise happen, of course. It's just amazing that they're doing this while a bunch of people are still in the house. So pretty much any noise that they hear can easily be explained. There's even a dog in the house that will obviously be making noise. Great paranormal investigating here, ladies.
If you like Amanda more than you like me, can you make a knock or a tap?
I'm sure that's embarrassing for Amanda to hear.
If you like me more than you like Mackie, can you make a knock or a tap?
Ugh, I guess not. Did it go from boring to stupidly fucking boring?
Speaking of which, did you just hear that knock?
I did. So who's the one?
I am the one who knocks.
I couldn't tell you this person's name.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I couldn't tell you this person's backstory.
No shit.
But I do know that, like, it's just a trickster, you know? Like, taking advantage of people.
I'm not a psychiatrist or anything, but the amount of times I hear self-proclaimed psychic mediums accuse the ghosts of doing the exact same thing that the psychic mediums themselves are guilty of when it comes to being full of shit is way more than you'd probably expect. I've seen it happen a fair few times now, and I wonder if this is the psychic medium's way of dealing with lying to people for a living.
Well, you didn't fool me.
You didn't.
Mackie gloating that she hasn't been fooled while sitting on her kitchen floor believing all the shit coming out of Amanda's mouth is peak irony.
If there's someone in the courtyard, just know you're never allowed inside this house.
And then the breathing afterwards.
So dumb. But my question is, why can't Amanda see this thing? If you are claiming that you hear a breath, then surely the ghost must be in close proximity to you and the camera.
And that thing in the backyard won't be there for long. Do you see the person out there? Literally, do you see that? Do you see that white ghost? Yeah. It's to the left.
Amanda's abilities are about as consistent as getting a good Terminator movie. Okay, I'm done with this video. For about 10 minutes, they film the glass doors and pretend that something is happening. Nothing happens. And I am really struggling now, guys. The next video is part 3 of this trilogy that makes the Star Wars prequel look like a masterpiece. Wait a second, is this one an hour long too? Oh, for fuck! So this is the one where they destroy their own back garden to make a YouTube video.
Sexual innuendo, not intentional.
And I know you've all been on the edge of your seat with what could possibly be under this brickwork.
I was reading the comments and people were like, what if it's a body?
Why can't the ghost just tell Amanda what's under there? Funny how it never seems to work out that way, isn't it?
Or a Dybbuk box.
I'm scared if it's a Dybbuk box.
Don't even put that out there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But if
Why would you think it's a Dybbuk box? The Dybbuk box is part of Jewish belief, and there was only ever supposed to be one of them. But now it's so common you can buy them off eBay. And apparently they're so common now that they're just in YouTubers' back gardens.
Okay, so this is my dad. And
He's a trooper.
when we showed him this, he showed us this thing. So if you want to tell us, like, what's with that?
Yeah, years.
If I was ever stupid enough to tell my dad that I wanted to dig up his garden, he would more than likely give me the much needed slap that I'd have coming.
Amanda senses something there.
Yeah, I just got this like image in my head when I came out here, and it doesn't happen too often. So when we told you about it, you're like, let's dig it up.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Got some sledgehammers and some chisels and have at it, girls.
I wouldn't trust Mackie and Amanda with a sharp pencil, so to give them sledgehammers and chisels is probably the scariest thing in all of these videos.
The time has come, Amanda.
Bro, I drove 6 hours to make it here for this today. There better be something under there.
Something smells fishy.
Ready?
What's happening to this brick floor is an accurate metaphor to what's happening to my mind.
Oh, it's all warm down there. I swear. It's freaking warm in there.
Of course it's warm. It's had God knows how many years of collecting rainwater with little to no ventilation to release the moisture.
What? Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna get
No, Amanda, I'm kidding. Okay, alright.
We gotta go. Are we turning it around?
I'm in a living, breathing hell.
What if we shouldn't have dug this up?
Oh! Let me move.
Is there a hole? There's something in there, Matthew.
Skip to the end.
We need to dig like maybe 2 feet down instead of 1 foot down, or 3 feet down instead of 2 feet down. I still think that there is something buried under there.
I can't take this.
Maybe it's a Native American.
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, like way down. Because I think we're on Native American burial. Native American burial ground.
Do you remember one of the first times I came over here, I saw that man, that Native American man in your garage.
Probably should call the police then.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Like there's some of them like stuck in here too. That's weird.
The whole
like
thing is just
they
weird.
just threw as much concrete as they could in here.
I know.
Which makes me want to believe even more that there's something deeper
right?
in the dirt.
Isn't that weird? Because if you're just
why else would you throw that much concrete into a planter?
To make it structurally sound.
I'm more scared to be right than I am to be wrong.
You lying son of a bitch.
I know. Yeah, me too, Amanda. Like, you still think there's something in here.
Oh, I have no doubt that there's something buried in here. Whether or not we find it tonight or we have to keep digging tomorrow, There is something buried under here, Mackie.
Guys, I'm only 10 minutes into this 4th video out of 7 and I'm losing my fucking mind. Of all the bullshit things to ever happen in human bullshit history, this might be the most bullshit of them all. There has surely never been anything more bullshit than the monumental bullshit that I'm watching right now. This video has to be studied and analysed for all new heights of bullshitness. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing in real time human evolution reaching the peak of bullshit.
Oh my god, Amanda. Amanda. Amanda.
No, Mackie. No, that's where I said it was.
That's right, where you said it was.
Mackie.
The sun is coming down now, and obviously there has been many cuts since they started all of this crap. And of course, this gives them so many opportunities to plant whatever they want in this dirt. There could be dog treats underneath that brick for all we know.
You can't fake this, because this is a dog. This is literally a dog.
I don't think anyone's claiming the dog is in on the faking, Amanda. I mean, bloody hell.
She's trying to go under. Kai, is something under there? Oh my god, she's trying to dig.
They're making the dog work for her treats.
Look, she's trying to hit it off. She's taking her paw and digging, Amanda.
So when I said at the start of this video, which I kind of missed the person I was back then, that the dog may have been the one digging under the brickwork, this leads me to believe that my hunch is probably correct. She is a beautiful dog, best part of the video so far, but there have been so many dumb comments that I've just been skipping over for my own sanity. But just to give you a few of them, at one point, the hanging outdoor lights that Mackie said at some point were solar powered start to flicker. And they do this as the sun goes down, and they turn on automatically when it gets dark. And while the power's sorting itself out, sometimes those lights flicker.
Did the lights just turn on and off?
Did they?
Or is that your mom?
Wait, they are. They're turning on and off.
Your mom is saying...
Is that you, Brendan?
No, I just asked your mom if they were turning.
Oh my god, they are.
Yeah.
Where's your mom?
Wait, no, Amanda, these are solar powered.
Yeah.
But of course, this is supposed to be paranormal according to Mackie and Amanda. They also hear the glass tapping by the big glass doors to point the camera around and to see that the dog is scratching herself.
Did you see that knock on the window?
Yeah, was that not...
That was not Kaya.
Kaya's itching herself.
But of course, the tapping on the glass is again supernatural. While they're outside digging, they keep hearing voices, and they ignore the fact that they're in a suburban neighborhood and they have neighbors around them. Seriously, there are so many dumb moments like this littered all throughout the video that I can't possibly include them all.
Alright, well, we're gonna have to finish off the rest of the dig tomorrow because it's getting too late. Showing this because we left it. We haven't touched it since we stopped last night.
Nah, if we had a wheelbarrow or something like that would be...
We do have a wheelbarrow.
Do you really?
Let's get it.
Yeah. Where is it?
I'm about to lose my freaking mind!
So now they've got even more time to put whatever they want in the mess they just made.
We decided to just stop the digging for tonight because we don't have the right equipment.
Yeah, we've gone as far as we possibly can.
Oh, I agree. You have milked this whole thing as much as you possibly can. This has gone on for 2 whole days now. Amanda tells us that the reason they didn't get much done on day 2 is because she woke up with a sore throat. And of course, this must be caused by a ghost rather than she probably isn't used to working outside or doing much manual labour. I shit you not, that's what Mackie and Amanda say. That the reason Mackie has a sore throat is because the ghosts have done this to her to stop them from digging.
Oh my gosh, did you see that here? Yeah.
The ladies then just decide to pretend to talk to ghosts through a REM pod, and I couldn't give a flying fuck about any of that. So I'm going to skip the rest of this video since it makes up the last 25 minutes of it. So yeah, they put off the rest of the digging to another video. And I'm just going to move straight onto that one, and it's another 47 minutes of hell. Here we go, but the video starts with this.
We're releasing holiday merch.
As is Side-Eye Guy. Please, 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 for the love of God, buy my Halloween merch. If you're watching this video after the Halloween period, just buy anything from my store. Just buy any, please, please. I know this sounds like I'm begging, and maybe I am, but I've lost my fucking mind right now. Okay? And the very least you could do to make me think any of this was worth my while, that I haven't just sacrificed parts of myself for this bullshit, is to maybe just buy some merch, please. Oh God, please.
I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone.
Anyway.
This was like the area I thought. I'm wondering.
Oh, look at Kaya.
Oh no.
Ready.
She is.
Kaya, let us do this for a little bit, okay?
Maybe Mackie's dad is the smart one and just got some free labor to extend his flower bed.
So this has been uncovered for a while. Kaya hasn't dug in it at all.
No.
Until we came out.
Think about what you just said there, Amanda. The dog is playing with you. The dog is seeing you playing around in the dirt and digging and wants to join in. For God's sake, literally everything is paranormal to these two geniuses. It seems that there is no space in their brains for any kind of common sense or rational thought.
Do we need to set these to the side?
Okay,
That was hollow.
They find bits of debris and junk in the dirt. This freaks them all out, of course, for some reason, and they keep digging. Meanwhile, I've forgotten what joy feels like.
What is that, Amanda?
I don't know, it's kind of not hard.
No, it's super soft and light.
That looks like something rolled up.
It does.
It has an edge.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Look. Do you see how it's like fiber?
No, really, what is that?
Like it's not, I couldn't rip it.
What is that? Is that skin?
Oh my god.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Like that kind of fluffy.
It almost looks like foamy.
It's rubbish. But enough about these videos.
Does anyone else want to dig for a little bit?
How much longer are all these other people gonna keep this bullshit up for before someone just calls Amanda out for her lies?
We're almost at another half hour.
No
What time
way. 8:20?
We got here at like 5:30.
No! It does not feel like it's been that long.
Doesn't time fly when you're filming bollocks?
It's just weird. I feel that it's binding an entity to the property, specifically the yard. It's not a human spirit, feels like nature spirit or beast spirit, feels animalistic.
Be quiet! Shut up!
Anyway, they do more investigating, so I'm going to end the video here. They go digging for more shit in another video, and this is just getting absolutely fucking ridiculous and out of control now. On to the next one, and this is another video where Mackie and Amanda just sort of sit in the bedroom and talk shit to the camera. I'm going to skip this one unless you really want to hear them talk shit like this.
Spirits who have like flames or whatever, they have something to draw from, like energy-wise. It's just supposed to kind of rile things up.
I'm tired, boss.
Pretty much the whole video is just a recap of what they did in the previous video, milking every drop of cash they can possibly get out of this. The only thing of interest that was said was this.
And so many people have talked to us about this exact same thing.
It seems like everyone knows what it was except for us.
I know.
Witchcraft ladder. That's what it's called. This is what it looks like. So a lot of people sent us that picture and said, I think this is what you guys found.
We had never heard of that before, ever.
So Mackie and Amanda's fans told them that the rubbish, that this string, which is clearly just rubbish, they found in the dirt, could in fact be a witch's ladder, which is some kind of witchcraft stuff. It couldn't possibly have just been trash that found its way down there, or even string left in the dirt when the builders were laying down the foundations of this brickwork.
All we're going to do is use a string line pulled between the two corners we now have. We're just going to run it past an extra 3 feet and set a pin in line. I do this in both directions on all 4 corners so that we can string out the entire outside of the foundation once the footers are dug.
I don't know, I'm not a builder, but I'm pretty sure that there must be a more rational explanation for this rubbish being found in the dirt than anything related to witchcraft. And incidentally, they never did find that Dybbuk box. You know, the same box that Amanda claimed a spirit showed her an image of. I mean, credit where credit's due, they didn't just place a box down there in the dirt for them to conveniently find. But this is just yet another example that Amanda talks total bollocks.
A witch's ladder, also known as rope and feathers. Look what it does. Did you see that?
I can't take it anymore! I just want to die!
Next video is 48 minutes long and it might as well be titled, "This'll finally finish Side-Eye Guy off."
Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're Mackie and Amanda. I'm Mackie.
I'm Amanda.
And we're the Spooky Boos.
All the time, we see the same request in our comments. Can you use the spirit box in the haunted garage? And I feel like we have used every other piece of equipment in here and never whipped out the spirit box.
And I have no idea why.
Me neither.
Okay, I'm done with this video already. Anyone who's familiar with my channel knows full well how much I hate a spirit box. So Mackie and Amanda and a spirit box would mean I need a hard reset. So I think I've done it. I think I'm at the end of this mega shit saga. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. They found nothing in the garden and just made a huge mess. I mean, thank God this was all filmed 2 years ago and these two have finally stopped doing this whole I live in a haunted house lazy shit.
If you guys don't know, I purchased a house recently. There have been 2 deaths here.
Fairly recent. We're here tonight to investigate.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Yeah, that's right. Amanda just so happened to purchase a house that is haunted. How her psychic powers didn't notice this before she bought the bloody house, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about anything anymore. And they even milked Amanda's haunted house thing for 2 more videos. This is clearly just a trend for these two. Anyway, I'm done. I'm out. I apologize to each and every single one of you for putting you through this whole ordeal. But what can I say? Misery loves company. If you're the type to enjoy someone else's pain and you actually enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you didn't like the video, please just like and subscribe to my channel. I just feel like I deserve it this time. Right, I'm off to self-medicate with one of those sledgehammers. Ta very much. Cheerio!